Hello, my name is Maria Martinez Chico, and this is my video for the final exam of the subject Resources and ICT at University of Murcia. My mission is to develop a teaching project for an imaginary group of primary students incorporating technology. But first, with the instruction I have, I told the ChatGPT to do an activity, and this was the result. In general, I really like it, although I see it a little empty. For example, in Activity 2, with those steps alone, I don't think the children know how to use augmented reality, so I will give them a topic to guide more. But otherwise, I also like that always set an example and encourage group work. Now, yes, I'm going to present my activity. But first, let me introduce you the curriculum goals of this activity. The activity is aimed at the student in the third cycle of primary school, that is 5th and 6th grade. To realize this, imaginary students must have had previous education related to the basic use of some technologies. The goals of this project according to the official state bulletin and included in the Rural Degree of 2022 are know and appreciate the values and norms of coexistence, know and use appropriately the Spanish language and, if any, the Spanish language co-official of the autonomous community and develop programming habits. Develop basic technological skills and making use of them. For the learning, developing a critical spirit regarding its operation and the messages that they receive and prepare. Now I'm going to show you how to do the activity step by step. The name of the activity is the Recycling Superhero. First, I will show this YouTube video in class explaining why recycle is so important, thus introducing the topic I want to teach. After this, children will enter on this page of online educational game. On the main page, there are different ages and they will click on the last one, which is the one they correspond to. Okay, here we can see that there are many topics to teach and we were going to focus on coexistence and values. And now I find where all the games are. Well, as you can see, there are many types of games for various topics. These enter into the environment. So now let's give, for example, each residues in its place. I like this one because it's very fast and useful. And now let's try this one. As you can see, there are different types of questions. So this game is longer but with real example. So it's very useful too, and thus the fervor of the planets gone down. Okay, so once the students have the basic knowledge about care for the environment, the second step of the activity is to perform a simple stop motion since it is the first time they have performed it. First, I will play this video about what stop motion is and how it is done. Finally, I will leave this stop motion that I have made and the third and final step will be making a comic. In this case, as a teacher, I'm not going to give an exact example of how to do it, since I want to see how they develop it and work on their creativity. The story they should make is a superhero who fights against those who pollute, like for example a villain who throws all the garbage on the floor. The app we are going to use is Bigstone. First, you have to create an account with your email. Then, when we are on the main page, we click to create a comic in Create Now. Okay, and here we can start choosing everything. For example, there are all these backgrounds where you can also add the time or a photo that you want. After adding characters, here we find superheroes, so it's quite simple. And you can also add objects and words. Lately, you can choose the face and action of your character. Well, however, although I'm not going to give the student an example as such, I will show them this comic that I have made with a story about two friends on an adventure to teach them how to do it. Finally, this will be the rubric to evaluate students with aspects such as creativity or narrative, and I will add a scoring scale from insufficient to outstanding. Well, I hope that you liked this activity and found it interesting and useful to apply in a class. Now, I will talk about the advantages of use technological apps in a classroom and some of its drawbacks. Add value of incorporating RICT, fun learning. Educational games make learning enjoyable and engaging for children. Cognitive development. They stimulate skills such as critical thinking, problem solving, and memory. Exploration and discovery. Encourage curiosity and creativity through exploratory activities. Personalization and adaptability. Allow adjusting the learning experience to the individual needs of each child. Immediate feedback. Provide instant feedback to help children improve their skill. Access to educational resources. Offer additional resources such as videos and supplementary activities to enrich learning. Add value of incorporating Pixton. Creativity. Pixton inspires imaginative storytelling through diverse customization tools. Development of narrative skill. Children refine storytelling abilities by structuring coherent narrative visually. Personal expression. The app empowers unique expression of ideas and emotion. Technological skill. Pixton cultivates proficiency in digital creative tools. Collaboration. It fosters teamwork and communication through collaborative features. Interdisciplinary learning. Comic creation integrates subjects, promoting holistic learning. Finally, add value of incorporating stop-motion studio. Passion and persistence. Teach kids to perceive and pay attention to detail as they create movements frame by frame. Storytelling skills. Through visual storytelling, children learn to develop character and storyboards, improving their narrative abilities. Technical proficiency. Kids gain technical know-how in animation, mastering camera techniques, editing, and digital tools use. Collaboration and teamwork. Collaborative projects encourage teamwork, communication, and problem solving as children work together to overcome creative challenges. Self-expression offers a creative outlet for kids to express their ideas, feelings, and stories in a visual way. Interdisciplinary learning. Creating animation prompts critical thinking as children problem solve and creatively represent ideas visually. However, there are also some disadvantages in this app, such as in the stop motion studio, students can record and share videos not suitable for their age. In Piston, there is the possibility of promoting an ethical stereotype, and in RICT can appear inappropriate adversity for children. That is why it is so important to supervise and help children when they use technology. ECAT. I have taken this image to represent it visually. It is a capture of the video of this web page. What is? It is a tool that improves the understanding and design of learning using knowledge and the element that situate the learning activity as a basis. It is composed of 5 important parts. Set design, about physical, spatial, and instrumental elements, both material and digital. Social design, the relationships between the people participating in the activity. Groups, role. Epistemic design, the tasks proposed to the participant, way of structuring knowledge and consideration, and evaluation tasks. Emergent activity, the actual learning activity of learners. It appears at the moment of learning when the students interact with each other and use the element and provision of the first three dimensions. Outcomes appear only when they can sustain to plan goals. In most cases, especially in formal education, it is less susceptible to change. So, no one of the functions of each of the dimensions is independent of the others. I have collected all the information on this page from the University of Murcia, where you can see who have created and expanded it. Now we are going to know another term related to the previous one, the toolkit. Based on the RICT framework, the toolkit is a set of physical or online elements that aims to contribute to enrich the planning session of teachers' work teams in educational design. This support is provided using visual scaffolding and manipulate representation through RICT cards and a word canvas. We have the first yellow cards from the epistemic design, and for my activity we are going to use the digital media one, no one of these, and here the storytelling one. Then we have the blue ones, which are ways of learning, and we will use the learning through drill and practice, learning as response to program instruction, and learning as participation and negotiation. Now we have the green cards from the set design, that we will take the classroom one, the simultaneous space, laptops or tablets, and social media application. Finally, the orange cards from the social design, and we will take only the one for groups, individuals, and pairs. In conclusion, that will be all we must to take into account to carry out an activity in a primary class, so that the student develop the competencies we want to achieve. I will continue with the part 2 of the video, where I'm going to answer the question 3, 4, and 5. What is PLE? Personal Learning Environment, the set of tools, source of information, connection, and activities that each person regularly uses to learn. It consists of 3 parts. The first is how we access and decode the information, where I'm going to put ChatGPT and word reference. Then we have how we modify and create our knowledge, where I'm going to put Python and Stop Motion Studio. And finally, there is our personal learning network. What would it be to share our work, which I have put on Google Documents since this year we have used it a lot. And these will be the 5 apps that I will permanently include in my PLE. What is this compendium? This framework describes 6 stages in which teachers typically develop their digital competencies, thereby helping to identify the stage they are and decide the steps to make to improve their competency. I have chosen this photo to show you, and I have taken all the information from this page. For me, the 3 most important areas are the first, in which teachers use digital technologies for professional interaction and organization benefits. Then the virtual classroom or blocks will be a good example. Area 5 addresses the potential of digital technology for teaching and student-based teaching strategies. I have used CodeBlock as an example, as students are fully integrated into the learning process and can customize it to do many activities. And finally, Area 6, which details the specific pedagogical skills necessary to promote students' digital competencies. So, an example will be coming since content is created responsibly. Let's go to question 5. 1. The rate I earn. So, to be honest, I think that I deserve a 9 because of my effort and time dedicated to this subject, although it is obvious that there are always things that I can improve. The truth is that I am very happy and proud of my progress, and also the truly important things that I have learned during this course. 2. The most challenging role I undertook in this course. For me, the most difficult role to play is the star, because normally you have to expose it to other people. So apart from overcoming this type of fear or shame, you have to understand and internalize very well what you are going to say to the class. 3. My utilization of artificial intelligence in developing this exam and my assessment of how your humanity complemented this process. Artificial intelligence has been a great help during this exam because without it, I practically wouldn't be able to do it because I use both to do the activity and to present it or to search information that I didn't know. On the other hand, I consider that without the human intelligence and his skill, I couldn't have finished it either because there are some times that the technologies can fail. So for me, they both together are the perfect combination. My video ends here. I hope you like and thank you for watching. Bye!